Ijele is in detention today. Who is doing it? Nigeria is not a human being. It is the people that are working inside Nigeria that are using their office that Nigeria gave them to be doing bad, corrupt practices, denying justice, denying people their fundamental human rights. Somebody that did not do anything. Ijele is never afraid, say, try me, what did I do? But you are using gimmick. You are using gimmick. You know, you are the one that know all the loophole inside Nigerian law. You go and use all the loophole. I don't even know why are they posting you in federal government job for outside of your Biafra destination. Why can't they post you that place where you belong, where you are working for them? Why would they put you in Lagos, Ikoyi prison for that matter? Why are they not prison where in Afaru Ibeku, whatever? Let them go and put every one of them in a Ebonyi prison. They don't have federal prison there. That's you are using the office they gave you to be doing bad. Is it Nigeria? Is it Tinubu that is there? Is it Tinubu that is Ebuka Obi that is doing all this thing with? I hear that second one that they say that one is also a pastor that they are using to arraign people. It is in Nigeria. Anyway, Nigeria gave them the platform, so you cannot excuse Nigeria, Sha. Nigeria gave them the platform because if Nigeria is upright, they will not have that platform to do that. Yeah, so but at the end of the day, now you cry pass say Nigeria this, now you still they use Nigeria, they do your thing. They put you in office to do right justice. Okay, if he says he did something wrong, he say what he's not supposed to say. Okay, fine. What is the offense? What is the penalty? Is it everlasting jail? But the one that say you should buy somebody, put him on the ground while he's still alive, pause aside and bury him alive, you say he did not do anything, is innocent. According to una own, according to your own eye of righteousness, na that kind people righteous for na eye. People where they bring people where they create widows and orphans, na be una hero for where una come from. But this young man, he put everything on the line. He told the people that they are lying for you, that if you are hearing yahoo, yahoo, yahoo on the highest level, that this is what these people are using you people to do. Today, there are millions, thousands of widows, orphans, no father, no mother. They are there in Alibo. Who is catering to them? It's not even enough to say, oh, I now realize they are not. It's not enough. You guys, as all as many of you that gather money to contribute and participate in this evil that has fallen on Alibo, you people should go there and start looking for a solution for all the widows and all of the orphans that you have created. Me, I saw the wife of their general that is doing Mayrock Foundation. You know, that man, they said he went to put fire on himself and to attract world attention. Now that kind of thing that they like, he's celebrating somebody. I'm not saying the man did bad or not bad, or good or bad, or I don't like what the man did. That's not even the topic of the day. What I am saying is today in Igbo land, so many young people, so even that woman herself, they say they should go and do one commission in Anambra State. They found so many people they buy, so many uncountable, unidentifiable. No conclusion on that report till now. But you are celebrating someone that the matter dey far back, the one that is happening now under your nose, all the thousand people wey they don kpai, you no see them. You no see them make open foundation for them, make dem dey help them. The one wey dey injure, the one wey dem no get wetin to do, you no open foundation make dem use am dey help themselves. You see, so it's not my problem o. Una don talk am. Una don dey anytime wey una see Ijele picture, all of una go come outside make una dey record everything wey una dey talk, make una dey record am, because na that same measure dem go use for that person wey una dey talk say na Mr. Innocent. You know that Mr. Ona innocent. Una know na. Una say he's innocent. Now that anything when they talk about Ijele, now Mr. Innocent. Now I go carry and put for your head. Yeah. So unfortunately, they are still holding Ijele up until this time. But I have to give it to them, Sha. These people have power. These people, they have people that are working inside Nigerian government, Nigerian federal justice are working for people outside of Nigerian government. I hear say they are looking for shadow government. Which shadow government pass that one? Who shadow government pass that one? IPOB pastor, IPOB people that are working with judges, IPOB judges. Which shadow government? You have to give it to them. They have power. They have power. I greet every one of you, my people. I'm sorry that I started on this note. Like, I'm kind of emotional, but it is what it is. Yeah, so the last sorry, let me gather my thoughts a little bit. Good evening. Good evening, Jane. I greet you. Ibrahim, I greet you. Kenneth, I greet you. Ifeanyi, you're welcome. I greet you. Herbert, good evening to you. I greet you. Amadio Hativi, I cite you. Good evening. Yeah, Don. Good evening. I greet you. Angela, I greet you. I greet you. You're welcome. I hope I've not missed anybody. Have faith. Ikechuku, I greet you. Uzo, you are welcome. Iyesoge, I greet you. Yeah, welcome everybody. Sunday, I greet you. Agadi, yes, so good evening. So my people, our brother Ijele is a phase. At the end of the day, all the loopholes that they are using will expire. Because let's assume they say, okay, defamation, he defamed that virgin that know all the different part of woman body. Let's assume that they say, okay, he defamed him. What is the penalty for that? Any other penalty is even more than that, what he has passed through. On top of it, they try to take him out, unalive him. On top of him, on top of it, they try to unalive him. Can you imagine, according to the post that was made by the investigative journalism of Sahara Reporter, one baby virgin, they went to buy tickets so that they will carry Ijele to Anambra State, so that when they will be going to court, his boys, the ESN terror, they will come and withhold him and buy him. 5 different times they bought tickets to go and carry. Wetin happen? 5 different times. And he's in Lagos. He's in Lagos, inside Nigeria, doing that is one baby church. He's not going to that place to go and be preaching for them and be telling them all the different parts of woman body. It be like say they know they see Bible for that church. But me, I don't have any problem with church people and whatever they are doing in their church. But the role that they have played and the hardiness of heart, that they are using. How can you say you are church people? Even Pope. Some people try to buy Pope. They shoot him. He survived. He still forgive them. He meet up with them. They shake hands. A whole Pope, the head of all Christianity. But their own, they are hard-hearted. Why? Because they don't want you to spoil their market. They are poopy banditry. They don't want you to come near it. Because they want to say, if now one ant rise up and you allow that ant to gain ground, that all that ant will wake up. That's why they are so vicious. And not only this one baby version, all of them, the other, even whether it's Oyedepo, whether it is Adeboye, all of them, they say there is this other one, Mountain of Fire. They say there is one, they even were talking about it, that he has been in jail for like 7 years, all those kind of things. If you try them, they will put you in jail. They know they look back. No mercy, no forgiveness. You know, the things of this world, they love it so much. They love it so much. They live in all the affluent, all the good. And not that I have anything against anybody living good. I don't have anything against anybody. But at least the least of it all, show mercy. Show mercy, have forgiveness. I think if you are a Christian, that's one thing you can say. Like you have mercy. You know, thank you so much, Uzo. I hear you. You say I should take it easy. You know, one of the things that made me to kind of just hands off on this thing is I was having a lot of videos, a lot of audios, like the things that these people are doing. Like some videos, when some people send me some of those videos, the video will just like boom, like this. I'm like, oh my God. Because sometimes there will be no warning, I've seen things like I'm even traumatized. Like like it was so bad. And then you like, sometimes it is audio, you can hear the cries, and you are like you begin to kind of picture what this scenario. This is what these people have done. And till now, no government from the eastern region have given them the name that they need to give them. Nobody should be able to come out and say I belong to this group openly, in the wake of all the pie that they have done and committed, in the wake of the situation of things in the region. No living being should be able to openly come out and be saying he's belonging to these people, he is a member of this. That it should be like non grata. But what are they doing? They are sugarcoating it. Why? Because no be their own. Nobody cares. Nobody cares to build a better society. They are only after their own interest. So why do you want to buy yourself? That's why I say, oh, abeg o, make una carry una thing o, my hand no dey o. As una like it, it's una country. How una too dey do am, make una dey do una thing dey go. It's una country. It's una country. Yeah. Do you know how many people they are talking about kpai? How many people count that day in Anambra? Do you know how many people they say they can't even count? More than how many 100,000? They will be calling thousand. Now people, human beings. Huh? Human beings. Now then they call. They are buying human beings for waiting. For waiting. Who did anybody say you should not develop your region? Did anybody hold you? At a time that their microphone was loudest, one lousy man was sitting down there, eh, producing Chicken Republic and pizza. Dustbin everywhere. But it was settling them and their loud microphone. And they never mentioned that man. They never ever buy that man matter. Instead, they were sitting on television watching lecture about Buhari left ear, Jibril, Getty images. Somebody was sitting 8 years in a place that's supposed to be a commercial hub of the whole region. Technological advancement, nothing. Did anybody hold you? I just look at it. Anyhow, no, na country. If you say that yes, you will not come there, I no go come. I no go come. I no go come. You will never come there. I know you are being there. You are spoiling your own. Spoil your own. Where you are not having IDP because every one of you is going to other region, because already you have like kind of established presence in other regions. So it's very easy for someone to go and meet there are many places are deserted, bubbling markets deserted. I'm telling you guys, let me show you this video of once a bubbling market. I will show you. Just a moment. Did anybody Nobody say you should not do your country well. Nobody ask you not to do your country well. Nobody ask you not to do your region. But even Papa, nobody ask you not to do your village well. It's on you. It's on you. The level of oppression that people are going through in your villages, nowhere else it happen. Go and check the whole of Nigeria. Nowhere else it happen. That is why everybody carry back running because of the oppressive nature. Instead of you to address your own incompetence, your own problems internally, you are looking for who to blame. I want to show you what I'm showing you here. This video you are looking at is Eke Otutu market in Osun local government. This used to be a bubbling market where people come. It's a daily market. It is a, it's a hive of livelihood. People come here, buy, sell, everything abandoned in a time of peace by people that came to give you flee doom. You see, you flee your doom. You flee. That is why I say flee doom. That is what they brought, flee doom. When you are in Nigeria, that is not good. You are managing. But when they brought you flee doom, you flee. You flee your home. See, everywhere deserted, house, road, everything gone. Ijele was telling you people, you say Sabotua, Butia, Kebo, Butisia. He was telling you guys, there's no road where you are going. No, there's no road. Who you are saying you want to go and represent it? You don't get leg reach that one. No, now microphone you hold. Lobato. You dey inside house, they blow microphone. You don't go anywhere. You don't go anywhere. You go see. They showed you video, everything. They will go to you in front of gate. They will go and do woman meeting. Randa. They go out. They're telling you people. Broad daylight. Like, this is the biggest scam in human history in the year 2020 something. That is what we are witnessing. Yeah, so I'm showing you guys a market, a place that used to bubble. You say Nigeria is not good. Why Nigeria was not good? They were, at least it was thriving. People were here seeking for their livelihood. Schools were open. Market is bubbling. People were coming. You remember there was a video I shared with you guys. There was one man that, like I showed you that video that time. They said his name was Ugochukwu Oliora, and they took him from this market, and he was telling them, please, that they should, they said he should drop his key. He dropped his key, and they said, please, he was like, please, let me talk to my wife before. As he was doing that, please, let me talk. They don't bye. Before you know that, they already have pit where they are throwing it. Your own brother, no mercy. Yeah, no mercy. I told you people, when all this thing was coming, I said it is where your leg touch that you can burn down. You know, when that Oyendufu was telling them that they will burn down Nigeria, they will destroy you. You cannot destroy where your leg cannot touch. You know, they not burn you. Now it is only, they say Eboye no corner watch, Ebi no, Ebu Hugizonata. That is the only place you can spoil. You cannot go to Abuja and spoil it. Right? Who give you chance? You can. It's only a place like a Kototo that you will destroy. You will burn it down, and not everybody there will run. And where have they run to? Thank God for Nigeria. They are run inside Nigeria, all around Nigeria. Look at it. Now they are saying people should come. Fear, who won't come? I remember there was an audio I played for you guys here in this from this place. This same Osu, I remember the guy was narrating. He said there is one that used to come. They have a day that they come to buy people, and that one, when he will come, he will be devising different ways that he wants to buy. He is devising different styles, and he was describing the building in that place. Like, if you come from that place, you will know where he's talking. It's like people that were trying to build homes, in parts of the village that were not still developed. They now, when they are occupied, they have parts where they keep people. They have plants where they buy people inside the place. They are buying their own people. And they come out, they'll say, hey, Fulani, Fulani, Fulani. You know, Yoruba people say, there's a proverb Yoruba people say that even if you lie, you love to lie. The worst thing you can do to yourself is to lie to yourself. And that is what they have done. They have lied to themselves. And the result of that lie is staring them in the face. It's not a today thing. You buy somebody's father, that is a young child that will have the rest of his life to grow, he will never know his father. A vicious cycle of when. What are you doing about that? I did not see that you have foundation, maybe school, maybe help, maybe food for the widows. At least let them have some. Go and see young widows. In their 20s, they're already widows with little children. In a country that they have no amenities for orphan and widows, nothing, no form of welfare, no form of welfare. You people have work to do. You guys, it's not about, destruction is so easy. I tell the people, you destroy where you put you destroy your villages, you will destroy your region. Who is the one that is not going now? Where are you when you go now? I learned that Asaba now, people cannot even live in Asaba. Tomorrow now, Asaba people will start having pepper body. Yeah, when you say, they ate us, but you brought it upon yourself. You had your own place. Now you don't use your hand pursue yourself. You go their own part of Nigeria they manage. You don't go follow them, they drag her. Tomorrow, don't they get pepper body? You go say they don't hate you. Now circumstances, now condition they let crayfish bend. Now because of that condition, 9 plantain turn to Boli. Una no dey learn. If they tell una go say Sabo, everything against Igbo, he hate everything. Tell me one thing that is pro Igbo that I hate, I speak about against one thing. Tell me one thing that is pro Igbo, that pro Igbo, like at the core, that Ijele speak against. They will say, somebody's political ambition is not about Igbo. You know? Good morning, Clark. What I'm showing you here is a market. It used to be a bubbling market. Is this Abuja? Is this Castina? Buhari? If you did all those things, Buhari came 8 years, he ruled and he has gone. Now, Tinubu is ruling, going to how many? He's going almost about to finish his first term. When something passes, you pass, you know your place. Know your place. Everything is not. They say, Ojosa Obako Ogamaron or Gobon. That is it. You think it is a eh? Oya Kamadu Buchia. What bigger than you is bigger than you. You cannot wake up and say you want to go and break. The only thing that can happen is maybe they decide for themselves. As they are there in that House of Assembly, all those places in the government, they decide, say they now make a vote, say they want to dissolve the country, they will do it. That is the only place it can happen. In that parliament, they will agree by themselves, they will do the vote, they will say, okay, like that, you don't finish. But if you want to go and bring, and the example they are giving, they will say, look at South Sudan. Go and look at South Sudan, they are still fighting. Even though they don't win this thing, but they still fight inside that place. I don't know. They're still fighting inside their place. Even as this gbasgbos is going on, how many of you know that they are fighting in Sudan? Do you see it in the news? I told the people, there's nothing new about, say, African people are crying. It's a norm. Nobody expects you to even live. It's true. It's true. Now, you gave criminals the platform to operate. Your militia, your terror boys, and everybody, they will break out from the main group, they go and form their own unknown government. Everybody will break out from this faction, they are going to form their, so every corner they have their own pocket of unknown government. Yes. Every corner. And you remember that guy, he told you guys, he said, you people need to contribute money on an ongoing basis. On an ongoing basis. He said it. I did not, he said it. I played one of those. He said, if not, that you are going to have to pay that money through kidnapping. He said it is in his audio. That if you are not paying on an ongoing basis, you are going to pay through kidnapping. What is going on now? There's an audio that I'm going to share that audio for you. The woman was saying she is in Owerri. She was going to the FMC and she entered a bus emo, like state government bus system or something like that. And they were able to use a whole state government bus to carry people inside bush that they are buying. They don't chop woman body so the tea called the sweet there. I will share that audio for you guys. But thank God the woman survived. The woman survived, you know. Meanwhile, while you are destroying your own, wait. Let me show you why you are destroying. Other people are building, and you will still go there and be managing the one that they are building with them. You go there. Let me show you. Let me show you why you are busy spoiling your own. Others are busy building. Others are busy building their own. Nobody cares. I want to share the video, the pictures from Lagos, for example. These are trains from the Lagos state government. This is not Europe. Oh. These are the things that people, that all this coconut head in all this Europe, they saw this, they say, oh, why can't we have all this thing here? And the best way for you to have all this thing is to send people money to buy bullet and enter bush. Like, help me make that make sense. Help me make that make sense. You come to Europe, you see train on Amasigi, you see, oh, you say, oh, how can I see these people? They have train, why they have road, everything. And the only way you can think of how to make it happen in your region is to contribute money for Glasgow so that they will fight, so that they will burn it down, so that you will not come and build an Eldorado. But wise people are building. Agbara aka na-aza ala, onye ji ihe na. I know they talk again, but shebi tomorrow when you are there now, when they start insulting you, say, oh, is it not because of Nigeria? But you have the opportunity. You have the opportunity. See, they are adding, they are adding more trains. They already have the trains, is existing, so they are adding more. Yeah. But what are we seeing in our own? This is one of the women that escaped. The woman said they tear her wrapper here. They say, this one kaga baranyano, kaga baranyano. Nonsense. Now Ijele is the one you say is your problem. Then if they bring Ijele, say, hey. I don't blame you, Sha. It's the government that give you that room. The government that give you that room to be operating. I don't blame you. It's the government that give you that opportunity and that. Yeah. Look at all the things that is trending. All these pastors, what they are doing. Carrying gun, doing all those things. They say, oh, yeah. If you talk, no talk. Now then get country. They have a minister of justice, everything they their pocket. Now then they rule the country. Now waiting they want, now they happen. So, it's unfortunate. Greetings, so call my greeting. Imagine, it's telling us that many neighboring communities used to come to this man. That is the development that people who went to Europe and America. I just wish that Oga Trump will beam his light on this IPOB ESN terrorist sponsors from the USA. Trump need to put his idea. These people have sponsored buying that have passed what is happening, said almost what is happening in Gaza. They should do something about these people. How can you sit down in someone comfort zone and sponsor buying in your country. Who does that? Only very, very easy people. People that are utterly stupid, out of their mind. They need to sit down and ask themselves, what have they done? And they have children, they are training their children, they are growing up. The only thing you can do for your people, for your own people, is to go to their source. And do you know what it means? You go to your roots to cause damage. This is a cause. Honestly, this is a cause. Like, I cannot imagine it. Everybody go to the root, you tender it, you care for it, you pour water, you nourish it. This is what you do to your root. It's only these people that have been having this seed of fraud. These are the only people that have it in mind that I'm going to go to my root and set it ablaze. I will burn it down so that I will now have space to build another place. I think if you burn it down, you will know there will be any demarcation that this used to be your village. It will be a very massive farmland, Lebensraum. That's what German call it when they wanted to come and take over that place. They called it Lebensraum, living room. A living room for big farm. They will put massive scale on it. You go to, they pack it to one side like shanty towns, like what they did to South Africa. You bunch of jokers. You should be ashamed of yourself for what you have done. I don't even want to talk about all those that call themselves politicians. Oh, it's their country. Oh. However, they should be ashamed of themselves. Oh. A bunch of nincompoops conquered you in your own land, broad daylight. You are a conquered people. You are talking about Fulani, but they said, there is a proverb, they said, the child that was not taken care of by the village, that child was going to burn down that village so that they can feel the warmth. I think this is what is happening. Because the classism that they instituted in our place is just too much. Too much classism. Like, people can just not exist. People have no right to life because they don't have some certain amount of money. Maybe that's why it's going. This is happening, that they need to burn it down to feel the warmth. I don't know, but it doesn't make sense. It's crazy. Good evening. Good evening, Igwe. I greet you. It doesn't make sense. Like, there's no logic to it. If I go to the US and I see that the roads are very fine, the least I can do is maybe we can form organizations to say, even if it is one road in every village in my community, let that the road you have tied, or maybe you put like gully so that water will have place to flow, or do something that builds. Like, how in the world they think destruction is the way out? I don't know. Like, you did it already. You did it already, and we are pointing it out to you. Say we are Sabo. You're going to point hand in somebody's eye that passed you. Did you not see? Are you not seeing it? Is it not what is happening in this Ukraine that is here? Are you not seeing it? Oyibo people, how many don't die? Is it not obvious? And I was like, are we learning? Are we learning? Now, this life you get as if last, we are all visitors here. Wait till be all this thing. Do the best you can do. Love your neighbor as yourself. Do the best you can do. Build. Do not destroy. Destruction is very easy. If you see a very big building like this, if they want to destroy it, they'll just put one demolition something, control demolition. The thing will come down in 1 minute. In 1 minute, something that took years, material, money, used years, months. If they want to bring it down 1 minute, it will be down, flattened. You now see somebody that come and tell you that where you are going, there's no road there. You say, Sabo, what is earlier this sabotage? That's like what is it that is there to sabotage? I normally don't comment on all these things. One day there's one, he call himself Maazi. You know, when they put that Maazi, you know, is their signature. Maazi Fanyiwosu. He lives in Austria or something. And then he was in Vienna. He was doing a video and he was showing, oh, this is Vienna. See how beautiful it is. And this is so time in the night. And he can move around in the night and nothing happened and it is safe. And I was so enraged by that. Normally, I would just pass. And I made a comment. I was like, so you destroy your own village, your own Igbo land, where people were able to be moving around in the night, living a normal life, doing what they needed to do. And now you have the effort. So you see that people build the human beings like you built. But only what you could bring to your village, to your communities is on creation of widow and orphan manufacturing industries. That's what you brought to your southeast, and you are not ashamed of it. You are still coming out to be saying, and it was like, I'm not the cause of your problem, or that's casually, like how they are able to move on and just continue to do other content as if nothing happened, as if they are not the one that orchestrated these factories of orphans and widows and enjoy and endless suffering. Like, how do they do this? Like, tell me this level of narcissism that is existing in these people. I have never seen it. I cannot explain it. It is inexplicable for me. And now is Nigeria our country? Well, it was Nigeria our country all the time, all along. Whatever it was, everybody was managing their own end. Everybody was managing their own end. We had Boko Haram northeast to see. They were fighting the government. We saw the impact. When you see the government buying all these planes, they are running up and down. We had it. They say, "Oh, look at it now, look at it," and you looked at it not so much that you have replicated it, and now you are happy. I hope you are happy. I hope you are enjoying it. But I did what I did. I thought, like we're all being good people, having good conscience, just wanting to do what we know best to help our people, you know. And you have a bunch of, I don't know the adjective to describe this kind of people, and come together, and the only thing they can think of is how to burn down their own region. I've never seen that kind of thing. I've never, like, it doesn't make sense to anybody. It's not as if they are under attack and they just say, like, they were, like, they conceive their own annihilation. Who is going to be sorry for you? Nobody. That's why nobody is going to say anything. It's a self-inflicted injury. Self-inflicted. Like when you burn yourself, like it's your cross to be like, okay, whatever, have a nice day, enjoy your dinner, whatever. You cooked it, deal with it. You are inflicting your own pain and you're saying, oh, come on, help Nigerian government, but you are the one doing it. Did you need the help of Nigerian government when you were doing it? When you were contributing when you are contributing money to somebody that don't have any occupation, that doesn't have any skill, that doesn't have any education, that has not been elected, like like that, I think that in maybe 10, 20 years time, they are going to look back and do a movie or maybe some kind of documentary about this event that has happened in the last 10 years, like, a couple of 15 years ago. And it's going to be like, wow, how can people be this stupid? Like, you know, and there's a saying, they say, never underestimate the power of stupid people in multitudes. And the only person that had the guts and the courage, he lost everything. He lost his freedom. He couldn't even move around freely. He couldn't do anything. Like, he was kind of always in constant fear of his life. And that's the one you call sabo. Like sabo what? What exactly? What is the meaning of sabotaging something? Sabotaging something is like maybe something that was useful, something that was having, some kind of importance, and somebody just comes and makes it not to happen. So what exactly was going on that someone needed to sabotage? What was there? What was it? Lies? Like someone went to the United Nations and ran around and run around and said, Mechala meeting Niketa. Meeting Niketa with who? Oh, God. Nigeria will not come here. Jibril cannot come here. Hey, Mechala meeting Niketa. Hey. Everybody is trying to manage the situation in their region. Everybody. Now that Lagos have managed to create that a little bit of relief, shebi everybody is enjoying it. Even though it is not every 20 minutes or every 10 minutes, even if you just want 30 minutes, like it gives the people that same, like that is what you went abroad and you saw. You say, why don't we have it there? What effort did you make? I see a lot of our people, they throw a lot of money around, and then you go to the villages, people, like there's nothing. There's a lot of desperation, there's a lot of need. There are no schools, there are no public schools, there are no public health care. you know a few individuals do their philanthropy, they bring in Medicare for old people, like a lot of people, on their own scale, they help their family members, their neighbors, on individual scale. Now when you have a group that you are able to come together and you are donating money on a monthly basis, like you could have directed it to one of these cause. Like imagine if they have something like an IPOB scholarship fund that has been funding children from maybe primary school or secondary school. By now, you have tens of thousands of graduates, engineers, technicians that can boldly say, I was sponsored by this group. For example, this is what people do. This is what legitimate people do. You build, you do, don't destroy. You don't go and engage people who have firepower, manpower, resources, more than you can ever think of. Do you think you can go and fight war? You can take on a country with money you are buying with contribution. You can only cause damage in the place you are able to hold your leg on, and that is where your village is, your region. And when you make it desolate and you effectively sterilize yourself, you know, sometimes you people are actually neglecting the impact of exterminating your young men. You are exterminating your young men. Imagine the number of men that these people took out, and many of them never had any children. And many of them will never have the opportunity to reproduce. That is sterilization. You don't even need white people to do it for you. You are doing it for yourself. You went to your okporo to destroy yourself by your own self because of hatred in your heart and misguided information. And you are living in a period of this massive information evolution. Even in this period, someone was able to dupe you to this scale where you could verify information at the tip of your finger. You went to your root to destroy your own people, your own children, your own men. You sterilize one gender. You took out a good number of them, and then you are looking at a young women, you are saying, oh, they are not married, they are not. You guys, you have to rethink it. Oh, polygamy is a must. You have to rethink it. There is no way you have to introduce polygamy because you need to make up for the number of the young men that you have taken out. It's unfortunate because at least if there are ones that had the heart to hear, to listen, and hold themselves up, maybe they will be alive, maybe they will be somewhere today doing something. But some people have gone beyond anything, like when they have made you to use obaramadu to take oath. I mean, there's no going back. I don't know. I don't know. My brother, my I know they, na their country, na their country. You know, like when you think about it, like I'm just wondering, like, why do you have representatives? Why do you have state governments? Why do you have state house of assembly? Why do you have national assembly members? Why do you have senators representing your region? Hmm? And then you have a need for a person like Onyendufu with microphone. Like, make that make sense. Because normally, when you say Nigeria is marginalizing you, it means Nigeria is excluding you from its government system. Like, you are not able to represent yourself. Like, you are not able to be part of the government. But that's why it's very difficult to explain this marginalization that they put in the mind of our people. Because when outsiders are asking them, like, okay, who is in charge of your region? Like, is it like the Fulani that they kind of appointed to be governors in your place? They say no, but they are stooge. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, okay, they are stooge, but at the heart of it, are they Igbo people from that place? Yeah, yeah, but they are working for the Fulani. They are working for the Fulani people. Oh yeah, they magnify the Fulani so much. Like, the thing is kind of crazy and funny at the same time. Like, you say Fulani people, they are this, they are stupid, they are uneducated and they don't know anything. But on the other hand, you elevate them to this skillful, tactful, intelligent, scheming, manipulating people that are able to even kind of control your own leaders remotely. Like, they got to be intelligent now, right? To pull that, wouldn't they? Good evening, Mendes. Like, so you can't, which means they are smarter than you, like you are codedly saying, I'm so stupid. The Fulani, they are so intelligent, they are so smart, and they're even there, they're just controlling us, controlling everything, controlling who is our governor. Like, these people are just too much. Like, this is what you are saying, but you are not even thinking about it you know. So I like I would just be one, like, if I was a Fulani and I'm hearing all this thing, like, and then the Fulani somehow, like, the Fulani just have all these kind of abilities, and they are like able to be like a ninja, like they have like superpowers, like supersonic, angelic, or maybe heroic powers. Like, they are able to just come into a place and take action, take out people, unalive people, just do what they need to do and just kind of go out on notice or scattered. Like, just this overbearing powerhouse that is just able and capable to do everything. you know this is this is actually the narrative that they have invariably sold to our people, and they are not even conceiving it. Like, so, on the other hand, you're like, you're too much, yeah, the emperor, the conqueror, you're coming, you there, and at the end of the day, you're also crying, the Fulani, they are doing this, the Fulani, like, so which one is it? Like, the Fulani was just like, guy, like, you gotta give it to us, we pass you, I mean, we don't pass. This is sometimes I just dey look the thing go just tire me. Say Ejele is a Fulani. This okay, the ones that did not follow Fulani, that followed Onyendufu, how e be for their body now? How is it for them? They are inside the bush, or they are one leg, or they are one leg, one hand, whatever. Like, how e be for them? Like, there is someone that have the monopoly to insult everybody, call everybody name. Even decide who live I remember some of the audios I heard from this guy at the beginning. Of course, I don't know, for some reason they just don't want to hear it. Like, maybe it's just too much truthful and hurting at the same time. Like, it's a kind of truth that you hear, like, just kind of makes you crazy. Like, this guy was telling them, say, "Unu lie Hernando is a direct order." Like, who conceives, like, ke odi mmadụ ga-eche ihe ahụ chepụta ya n'ime obi ya si lie mmadụ ibe ya na ndụ. I don't know. I shudder at the thought of it. Like, I'm trying to understand what kind of personality is that. Like, you stay and conceive and say, anybody you see that come and say they're hyper and they're not hyper, unu lie ha na ndụ. It's a direct order. And when he's telling them something, I say it's a direct order. Do you know how many people they buy that way? They put them on the ground and will lie ha na ndụ. Arrow. So, and I will ask them, like, what is the bad thing that Ijele did? What exactly is the bad thing that he did? I don't know. They will say, "Oh, he's against Igbo." How is he against Igbo? He's certain and the kind of, so does he? Is it not the kind of synonymous with Igbo? Like, so, if you are, if Kano and Igbo is one thing, or IPOB and Igbo is one thing, like, what are they saying? Because at the end of the day, when you're saying, "Oh, Igbo people," they say, "No, how can you say, oh, Igbo people are not IPOB?" But then IPOB can very, very easily and calmly equate themselves to Igbo. So they can say, you don't accept their lies, so you are against Igbos. And it was allowed to settle. And then you see the hate they direct towards this young man that have not done anything to anybody. This young man has not made any directive that have resulted in the loss of anybody's life. He has not given any order that resulted in the buying of anybody. He has not taken money from anybody and the person lost their money. He has not taken property from anybody and the person lost their property. Like there's really nothing to it. Nothing. Yeah, so the thing just tired me. So I was like, okay, Nigeria politics and all this kind of, there's, politics is deep, and it brings a lot of contrition and animosity and all those things, right? Because it is supposed to be like that. It's because the way they I think maybe the way they informed our people, like, we just kind of have one kind of narrow mindset and say it is like this, is it, For example, at some point in time, it was like PDP is an Igbo party, everything PDP, you have to be, And one of the reasons why they crucify Ijele is like he didn't support PDP, he went to be in APC. Okay, right now, who and who is in APC? In PDP. Like, is this still an Igbo party? Like, can you say that it's an Igbo party? Is it still something that they can be affiliated with Igbo? Like, who else is there right now? Hmm? So everybody's moving towards, where there is soup, gari, and meat. Good evening, Ugi. I greet you. So, can you say now that PDP is an Igbo party? You know, So what was all this catchy feeling for? What of all those people they buy because they joined APC? Like, was it worth it? So politics is like that. Look at what is going on in the US. It's like that. Politics is like that. This and then ndikwe na ndekwe. That's what they told us. Ndoro ndoro chichi. Ndikwe na ndekwe. That's it. It's not about hate. It's not about anything. It's just about interest. So when you have the interest, you go towards your interest. If, for example, I understand that President Trump said he used to align with democratic people and all those things. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it used to be like there are people, they are rolling, doing all this celebrity thing. But when he see the chance that, if you want to be president, na this road go favor am, that he want to take that road. That is it. Koju bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. So he's president. So it's about interest. So if una dey kpai on yourself, like everything, what we're seeing there, a lot of, ndikwe and ndekwe, it's normal. It's normal. Good evening, John K. I greet you. You see, so all over the world, people are managing their own. However, nobody's going to come and do it for you. So if you think that you sponsor terror in your homeland is your solution, then you cannot really operate like you used to operate before. Who do you have to blame for that? Who do you have to, like as it is now, even the development you are talking about to bring is not going to be feasible. It's no longer like, because you and who they do that one. When you don't give somebody we no get name, somebody where you don't know who he be, don't carry egbe. Papa, you give them. You know what that means for someone that someone like, this is power. It's absolute power. You give someone that is nothing power. That's why all of them break out, they go and form their own small groups all across, yeah, because you give them absolute power. Life and death is in their hands. When they hold out their pipe, who are you? Who are you? So there's lawlessness, that disorderliness is gonna take a long time. It's gonna, except maybe they are gonna legalize it so that anybody can just carry their own. Because now that a few of them have it, they are not gonna relinquish it. I've seen some of the governors calling for amnesty. Amnesty for what? For waiting when they get something where you know what it means? You get your own power, they have their own power. Who they give what? They are not, it's not easy. They are not gonna relinquish it. So those people that have been abroad and sponsored this terror, I hope that when you go to bed in the night, you are happy for what you have done. And there is not going to be any excuse that you are going to use to kind of, you know, cool your mind and say, oh, it's not them, it's the DSS, it's the Nigerian army. Ask yourself, before you gave them all those kpakpakpa that you call granite, was it like that? Was it like that? Before you started all this that you're running up and down, how was the East? How was it? How was it? And imagine the years and the time that you have used to do all these things. If you have invested it in doing one productive thing, one productive line of things, imagine if they have even used that force to be a political movement within the region. Let's assume, let's assume, let's just go with this analysis there. Let's assume that, oh, the Fulani, they are so powerful, they are controlling so people, they are like omnipresent and omnipotent in that kind of political sense, so that they are able to remote control all the people that are in government in the southeast and all those kind of things. And you have this kind of movement with this large following. It was possible for you to now elect your own person that is not remote control. When you have, the machinery on ground, there would have been no possibility for the Fulani, the dreaded Fulani, to come and manipulate your vote when you will be there and you'll be in charge, when everyone has to, like, you could have like kind of used that opportunity to put your own non-controlled Fulani representative in those offices to now start the transformation, you know. But it was like, no, it's too far. And And again, in another sense, that's what the jailer used to ask them, that normally we kind of infuriate them to no end. Like, how does seeking for your own country degenerate into looking for Fulani? Like, make that make sense. Make that make sense. There's really nothing that makes sense about all these things. So, my people, unfortunately, Ijele is still inside. So, but we remain optimistic that he's alive. They have not been able to take him to the east as they plan to. I'm grateful that the cases have been consolidated in Lagos. And if I have my way, all those people that are doing all these things, they should transfer all of them to the southeastern region so that they will go and represent the government there. If I have my way, honestly, because this kind of obstruction and this kind of manipulation going on because you have opportunity to serve Nigeria and you are doing nonsense, then they have to remove you from that place and take you to another region so that you go and do a better job, you know. But unfortunately, this is how it is for now, and we have to take consolation that at least they have not succeeded in unaliving him. And thanks to the good Nigerians that have stood with him all this time and has saved his life up until this time. And we are trusting God that his life is continuing to be preserved until he's finally out of this ordeal. Yeah. So, my people, I thank you so much for being a part of this program. I didn't want to talk this long, and yeah, so long as Ijele is not out, the whole thing is just kind of sketchy for me. But I do my best. I try as much as I can. So I hope that the next time I'm coming live, that Ijele should be out. It is my greatest hope, and we are going to be happy and dance and sing, and then we will see how it goes. So I remain optimistic. I hope you remain optimistic. And those people who have caused all this carnage and havoc in the East, I hope you rethink and re-strategize how you are going to salvage the havoc you have caused, how you are going to ameliorate with all the widows and all the orphans you have created, what you are going to do for them. You need to, the way you contributed money to go and cause that desolation, you need to start bringing plans of how to salvage the situation, right? Because the situation is there, and you see the economy is very bad, and people can barely feed. So you can imagine people who had their breadwinners taken away and they have little children. So it's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I think I wanted to say something also about, children, like when people get married and they start having children, like I'm gonna do that one in a separate video, because I think it's something that we need to also hammer on, because it's causing a lot of the unnecessary suffering that we are seeing in our homeland. So for those of you that paid money to actively go and destroy your own region and your own homes, shame on you. Thank you so much, everyone. I greet you all. I'm sorry for my tone. I apologize, but it's just how I feel this evening. Thank you so much. Bye.